Hi, I'm Michael Senoff, founder and CEO of HardToFindSeminars.com. For the last 5 years, I've interviewed the world's best business and marketing minds. Now my challenge is to build the world's largest free resource for online, downloadable audio business interviews. I've learned a lot in the last 5 years, and today I'm going to show you the skills you need to survive.
You know, you talked about why is this a perfect business, and this is what I wanted to bring up. I believe that there's not many other businesses out there that you can say, hey, I want to have a pay increase of this much. I want to give myself a raise this much this year. By looking at one account, it's going to bring you $800 and some odd dollars. If you want, or say, a $4,000 increase, you know that you need to go out and pick up 5 new accounts.
Hi, it's Michael Senoff with Michael Senoff's HardToFindSeminars.com. Here's another hour interview. It's an interview to help you if you need to go out and make some fast cash. Is there such thing as a perfect business? Well, Kevin believes there is, and in this conversation, he's going to tell us what it is and why it's a perfect business. He also will give plenty of tips and resources to start up your perfect business at a low cost and to earn high profits. So what is this perfect business? According to Kevin, the perfect business is starting your own small lawn care business. All you need to start is a lawnmower and a weed eater. Kevin explains how to get your first account simply by going around knocking on doors and introducing yourself and your service. Kevin discusses some of the best upsells that you can offer to your clients, how to pitch the clients, how often to do the job, how to do the job, and what to charge for. You're going to hear about services that you can offer. Any one of them, you can make an individualized, money-making, cash-producing business starting tomorrow. And we're going to cover gutter cleaning, mulching, hedge trimming, leaf removal, and soil aeration. We'll talk about some marketing techniques like upsells, joint ventures, how to obtain referrals, and how to earn immediate income. In the next hour, you're going to learn more about the lawn care business than you probably have ever before, and I hope it gives you the confidence and the ability to walk out your door and knock on some doors or mail a postcard or make some phone calls and start earning money cutting yards. So let's get ready and go. The purpose of this recording here is to show the listener here how he can go out and within 24 hours go start generating cash income in his hand by providing the service to homes in a neighborhood or any area that needs the service. Now, you call it the perfect business. Why do you say cutting yards or the lawn care business is the perfect business?
I believe it's the perfect business because, number one, there's very low capital that you need to get into this business. Anyone with a mower, you got to have the mower. You got to have a weed eater, but you don't have to have a blower. You can use a broom for the time being. Blower really increases the speed, but you don't need it. And basically, that's all you need to get into this business.
Now, what if I don't have even money to go out there and buy a $100, $200 mower? What would you suggest I do?
If you didn't have the money to buy a mower, I would probably suggest you could borrow one from a neighbor. You could also, once you establish your accounts, tell your customers that you're going to set them up, say, hey, next Wednesday, hopefully you can get 3 or 4 lines. You know, you're charging $35, $40 a yard. Get those yards and go to Home Depot, rent a mower for the day. It'll cost you $35, $40, maybe more than that by now, maybe 50. Try to schedule all your yards the first time on the same day, and that way, once you profit maybe $100 that first time, go look through the paper, get your used mower. If you can't find one in the paper, you go to a pawn shop and get one. I know.
Did you ever find accounts where they already own the mower, but you could still provide the service, where you could use their mower and all you needed was maybe some gasoline?
I did. That was the case with several customers. They could have worked. And most customers will have a mower. Their health has declined, or they have decided they don't want to do this in the heat anymore for whatever reason. But you can buy customers like that. With me, I always had my own equipment. It wasn't something that I needed to take on at that time. But a lot of customers, you use their equipment, a lot of times they expect you to do the yard for a lot less than what you normally would. It's something that you have to do then that's definitely an option.
Give me an idea back when you were 12 and 13, 14, or 15 years old, just starting this. I'm sure you can remember a day where you made X amount of money. Can you think of some times where you just had a great day? And this is when you were a one-man operation. What kind of money were you making back then, cash?
I believe probably at 12 I was making $75 to $80.
That was 20 years ago.
Yeah, that was back in 1982.
Well, I remember when I was a kid, and I did lawns in my neighborhood as well. I remember, I would charge $7, $5, $10, maybe $15. But I can't remember ever charging any more than that, and that was 25 years ago.
That's about right. My yards were priced, I think 15 was the least expensive, and then I had them 25, somewhere 20. That was a long day for that $80, but times have changed. And back then when I was 12, you didn't see the fancy outfits and that are running around the streets today. But there's still so much money out there for everybody. Everybody sees all these big people in these big trailers, but there's enough business out there for everybody. I don't think that any signs to say, hey, these people have more than I have, or these people are much bigger than me, because there's a lot of customers out there that will deal with small-time people starting out, because when I have a service that needs to be done to my house, I'd rather deal with people that are small businesses than a bigger company.
Why is that?
Because I do own my own business. I think I like to see a small business succeed. I like to know that I'm talking to the owner, or the owner's maybe one step away or one step up from who's actually doing my work. And plus, you're putting money back into the community, I think. You're paying a small company to do your work. I think that's just much better for the economy.
Now, back then when you were getting started and you were making $85 a day, maybe 25 years ago, did you have business cards? Were you a sophisticated business? What did you need to go get an account back then?
What I did was basically just walk around and knock on doors. An idea that I still promote to people is that when you get accounts in certain areas, work that area and try to get as many lawns and accounts as you can. That way you reduce your drive time. But back then, no, I didn't have business cards. We had flyers, some very unsophisticated flyers, basically just canvassed the neighborhoods, because I was only able to walk to where I could do the yards.
Yeah, and what would you say when you knocked on a door?
I'd say, hi, my name is Kev. I live right around the corner, and I do the yard down the street from you, 4 houses down. Just curious if you need someone to cut your grass or you need any other services around your house. So
you don't have to be a sophisticated salesman to do this. This isn't a hard sell, is it?
No, it's not. It's not a hard sell at all. And what you'll find also is a lot of those people will say, no, we don't need it. My husband does it. But when we go on vacation, we'd love to have you. You can think about how many people go on vacation in your neighborhood. A lot of times they need that service, but it's not promoted.
Let's say they needed your service. What would they usually say then? How much is it?
They would say, how much is it?
And how do you price up a yard? Some yards are bigger than others. Could you tell how long it would take you to knock out a yard by just looking at it?
I can. That comes from experience.
Well, let's talk in today's prices, what you would do today, because now you've got a lot more confidence, and you know that the market will pay more than $7 a yard. Back then, 25 years ago, you just didn't have the experience or the confidence. So what would you charge today if you were telling someone to get out there and go make some money cutting yards? And how would you size up the price and the time it's going to take?
I think it depends on what equipment you're running, for one, and how much you're looking to make an hour.
Well, let's do this. Let's keep it simple for the guy who's going to go rent a lawnmower or is going to borrow a lawnmower, and he's just going to stick to the basics because he needs to make some quick money. So let's just say basics, cutting the yard with just the lawnmower, maybe an edger or in a broom. Hi, it's Michael Senoff with HardToFindSeminars.com. Thanks for watching this video. Many of my interviews last 30 minutes, 40 minutes, an hour, sometimes even up to 2.5 hours long. They're actual mini seminars, and you've just listened to a short sample of just one of over 117 hours of exciting, hard-hitting, mind-blowing interviews on how to make money in direct mail, advertising, copywriting. I assure you, there is not a resource anywhere on the internet or on the planet that comes close to the free information I provide at hardtofindseminars.com. So go right now to hardtofindseminars.com and you'll have free access to 117 hours of audio interviews with typed word-for-word downloadable transcripts and downloadable MP3 files. Please browse some more of the videos or go right directly to hardtofindseminars.com. Thanks for watching.